Hey guys, welcome back to 1776 or Bust. So on the table you see three guns that have been field stripped, and on the top you can see that I have my FD Ppq. In the middle I have the tungsten gray PPQ, and at the bottom I have my FDE CZ P-10. All great guns to shoot, lots of fun. Now this video is actually going to be about a couple of things. The first thing is going to be the introduction of this product right here, which is actually a pretty cool little product. Now this is from a company called Dpms Systems Technologies, and they're based out of Greece, and what they do is they have created this guide rod with two internal springs, and then on top of that they also include a couple of different recoil springs for you to connect to the guide rod. So what that does is it supposedly mitigates a significant amount of recoil. It doesn't really say anything about muzzle flip or anything of that sort, so it's really more for felt recoil. However, I will tell you that the way these springs are compressed together, when you do shoot this, what you're going to notice is that the muzzle actually recovers faster. So it may still have that lift, but instead of you having to kind of force your hand back down, it actually kind of springs forward for you, so it actually shoots a lot straighter in regards to the recoil of it. Now, I will tell you, and I'll be totally honest, I had a real bad day at the range today, especially with the PPQ. I can't explain it. I'm going to probably take it out again with the system, and it had nothing to do with the system. I think what was happening was the recoil spring was actually pushing the muzzle forward faster than I was used to. And what I mean by that is a lot of times when you shoot the PPQ and when you put thousands of rounds through them, what you notice is that you do compensate for that muzzle flip. There's obviously going to be some muzzle flip in the handgun. So when you're compensating, you're trying to drop the gun a little bit straighter down. But what I've noticed with this is that because it's such a compressed spring, it actually is doing that for you. So you're tending, I shouldn't say you, but me, I had a tendency to overcompensate for that. So my shooting was a little erratic with this, with the PPQ. Now that again has nothing to do with the system, because when I had it in the P10 was just awesome today, guys. You know, because it is a very low recoil type of gun, I will tell you that I had absolutely no issues with it today, especially with this this system in it. As a matter of fact, this system made it shoot even better than I thought it could. So from that aspect, I have to say big thumbs up for that. Now, in regards to what I kind of compared it to, obviously I have the stainless steel guide rod in the FDE PPQ. And I did a video on this. I said that I didn't really notice a significant drop in the muzzle flip, but I did feel like the shots were more on target, one after the other. So again, that probably had to do with the weight, obviously more than anything else. Now with the DPM systems inside the tungsten, what I found was that again, the muzzle flip, you know, is about where it should be. However, I will tell you that the muzzle was dropping a lot quicker in this. So to take that secondary shot, third shot, so on and so forth, it seemed to be pointing a lot straighter, and then in regards to you having to actually straighten out that muzzle from the recoil. So from that aspect, again, I felt like it was a definite positive. In regards to the P10 with this thing, unbelievable. That's all I can say. This is slowly, actually, I should say quickly, becoming one of my favorite striker-fired handguns that I own. It's just completely accurate, very fun to shoot, very little recoil. I mean, you cannot complain about this firearm, and it just is getting better and better every time I have it at the range. This right now has probably 500 rounds through it, and I have to say I'm absolutely loving it. Every moment of it has been really good with this gun. Now, how the system actually works, again, I'll show you the diagram that they have on the back of their box, but you'll notice there's an interior spring that's buried inside the guide rod. Also, you have another spring that is somewhat inside but also exposed to the outside, and then they actually send you a box with anywhere from 1 to 3 different springs. Now, this one, the PPQ, came with 2 springs. They actually told me when I installed it to use the longer spring of the 2. They tend to say that that actually will give you better results, so to speak. Now, maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Now, I will tell you that I had this one installed and the gold one installed, and I would say to you that, in my opinion, the longer spring made the gun shoot a lot better. And I did notice that when I changed it around, that my shots were actually getting more accurate with that gold spring as opposed to the silver spring. Now, in regards to the P10, they actually sent 3 different springs, 2 silvers, 1 gold, and I have to say the gold one is in there. The 2 silvers actually gave me 2 failure to ejects. So I'm going to basically put that up to the spring. maybe not having enough tension or even maybe too much tension on it. So the longer spring, in my opinion, works the best for the P10. Now, just comparatively speaking to the two, this setup, the way this is if you get one of these, what you're going to find is there's like an aluminum lug here. And this actually sits inside where the guide rod is going to be. Now, what you do is you drop your spring of your choice on the guide rod, and then you have to compress it down into this aluminum lug, which will then eventually fit right into the spot it says, and you can see that right there. Now, in regards to the CZ, the difference between the two was this did not actually come with that aluminum lug. Now, I don't know why they did that. I don't know if it's particular to this model, but I will tell you, not having that lug there made it a little bit more difficult to install this. I don't know why they did, but I really wish they would reconsider doing that, because I will tell you, these are quite the hassle to try to compress and try to get in there. But once it's in, it's not going anywhere. And like I said, in my opinion, it does make a difference. Now, in regards to shooting it, what I found was overall there were some really good results, especially with the P10. However, I was not having a really good day with the PPQ. I'll be totally honest with you. My groupings were really wide. I don't know. You know, it happens, I guess, to people, especially to me. Now, of course, if you're sitting there on your couch typing away on your keyboard and you want to sit there and say that never happens to you, well, God bless you. You're better than I am. But for me, you know, sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm not. That's just the way it is. So I'm going to show you some videos, and I'll narrate through the videos so you understand what you're seeing. Overall, it was a fun day to shoot. Wasn't the most accurate, but I don't even think I was looking for accuracy today. I was just looking to see what was happening with the rise of the muzzle, with the felt recoil. And I will tell you, again, really very little recoil I felt in the P10. And again, I would find that there was a decrease in the recoil for the actual PPQ. Muzzle flip aside, I will tell you that it was much easier to get back on target with the Dpms guide rod system, and of course with the P10. So I will say to you that in my opinion, it does work. So let's take a look at that video and see what I got going on. So in this clip, what you're seeing here is a comparison between the Dpms system and the stainless steel guide rod. Now, I'm going to be honest, I didn't shoot the PPQ all that well today. I don't know what it was, guys. It was just me. The DPM system works well. I can definitely say that just because of how it shot with the P10. The P10 was just awesome. It was on target all day, just shot really, really well. Very little recoil and muzzle flip at all. In regards to the PPQ, for me personally, I just think I needed some time to get used to it. As you see in the target, it's not that great. I mean, I have some high, some low, some in the center. Some of the groups are tighter than others, but I think it's just me trying to overcompensate for the actual system working. So what that basically means for me is that I'm going to have to go back to the range and get this system down. Other than that, I still believe it does work and it works well. I just think for me today, I just wasn't used to it. So what you're going to notice is that in this clip, I have only 10 rounds left. So what I decided to do was 5 and 5, 5 for the PPQ, 5 for the P10. In shooting it, I tried to be a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more accurate. I was not having much luck with that in regards to the PPQ today. Again, I can only attribute that to the fact that I was just overcompensating for the recoil mechanism that was inside. Again, that's speculation. It is probably just code word for I just suck today. Now, in regards to the P10, P10 shot great, totally accurate, and as you'll see at the end of this, as I pull the target back, the P10 mostly centered on the left, and on the right, the PPQ, which was much wider. So at the end of the day, the system worked. I didn't on the PPQ, but the P10 really just outshot the PPQ. So really, at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you what you decide to do. Do I think this system works? I do. Do I think that I just had a crappy day at the range? Absolutely. Again, I think what I'm going to do is spend a little bit more time with the system. The P10, in my opinion, if you guys have one, this DPM system absolutely works awesome for it. There's no doubt in my mind about that. For the PPQ, I have to get more time behind the range or in the range behind this gun to get this to work to my liking. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said in the video, I just think I'm not used to having less recoil with the PPQ, and I never thought I would say that, but comparatively speaking from today, after shooting the P10 and after shooting the PPQ, in my opinion, the PPQ is more, I guess you can say, apt to recoil than, let's say, the P10. With that being said, again, ultimately it's going to be up to you. Do I believe that these products work? Yes, I do. I saw it firsthand with the P10. I'm betting if I get some more range time with this PPQ, I'll probably say the same thing at that point. So I'm going to look forward to doing another review on this and another shooting test on this with the PPQ. As soon as I get the Steyr in, I'll take that and the PPQ, try them out again and see how they work. So again, ultimately, guys, it's going to be up to you. Hopefully you give me a thumbs up and, of course, subscribe if you haven't, because, we can always use support. And like I said, DPM systems, I think they work. Hopefully you guys are safe out there. And as always, freedom is never free.